The Amazing Colonel presents Abrica Chicken. Introducing Beyond Fried Chicken, only at KFC. It looks like scrumptious chicken and tastes like scrumptious chicken, but it's not chicken.
It's people!
It's made of
People!
and presto, face fried chicken. KFC, it's finger-licking magic.
Oh yeah, if you didn't get what I was talking about. Hey everybody, welcome back to Nothing Alive. I'm Doug J. Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
This is
happen? I've had some few discussions. My gut tells me no. I'm seriously thinking of having that conversation with him tonight. I haven't talked to him in a couple days. From what I know of him, I mean, you guys all know him too. Do you think he'd ever back away? But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to call him. This is what I think. No, it'll pass the House. I think there's a chance it'll pass.
that.
What's he talking about?
This is Kevin McCarthy talking to Liz Cheney about invoking the 25th Amendment and declaring Trump unfit and getting him to resign. So this is him saying how he was like, I didn't talk, no, I didn't talk to the president. So this is what I was talking about before. So he's on the border.
Reported that you talked to your fellow House Republicans about advising Trump to resign. So why were you not truthful about that?
First of all, let me just answer your question since you don't want to talk about the border. The reporter never asked me that question. The reporter came to me the night before he released the book, and my understanding was he was saying that I asked President Trump to resign. No, I never did, and that's what I was answering. If you're asking now, did I tell my members that we're going to ask them if I told any of them that I said President Trump? The answer is no.
No, we asked him, and yeah, turns out you had these conversations, bro. Kevin McCarthy, you're from California, son.
You know what's crazy though is that that phone call was January 10th, which means it was like 10 days before the inauguration. So that's how scared they were that something was going to happen in 10 days.
Dude, I'm embarrassed that I'm from the same state as you, Kevin McCarthy, man. Like, we got you dead to rights. You're from Bakersfield. So maybe, I guess not really California. I don't know, man. Did you get butthurt by all the dudes that were having a good time and wouldn't share their weed sesh with you? Because you're a square, probably a snitch. I don't know. I hate you. I hate that you're from my state. And also, you tried a coup.
Yeah, and you tried the coup on your dude.
And it's all coming out. So, palate cleanser. Your Miss Parker brings to you
a Florida man story.
This wonderful man. Look at this doe-eyed angel. He looks like he looks well put together. I like him.
He is a Florida man. But unlike our usual Florida men, this guy actually did something clever.
Must be somehow he must know Frank or something.
Yeah, maybe he's friends. So yeah.
Resident Florida man Frank is the best Florida man.
Yeah, Uncle Frank. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, I was gonna say you might.
So Florida man asked schools to ban Bible following the state's efforts to remove books.
Oh.
In Florida, any parent can object to any book in any school, and the school has to conduct an investigation and consider banning the book. Well, in a twist,
what a twist!
One Mr. Chaz Stevens,
and in fact, this guy he's coming on. Like, there are so many people doing the backlash to this has been just incredible. It's been a never-ending.
And this is just the book thing. This isn't the "Don't Say Gay" thing.
Yeah, that's right.
A Florida activist known for his tongue-in-cheek petitions to local government agencies has asked school districts in Florida to ban the Bible.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, it's a book, right?
While we're banning books.
It's bothering him, so why not? In petitions sent to public school superintendents across the state, Chaz Stevens asked the districts to...
Chaz Stevens, local comedian.
He's not even a comedian. He's for real.
He's in Tallahassee.
He asked the districts to immediately remove the Bible from the classroom, library, and any instructional material. Stevens wrote in the documents, which were shared with NPR.
It'd be funny.
This is NPR.
Him and his husband and their adopted children are like, screw that book.
Additionally, I also seek the banishment of any book that references the Bible. His
Yeah.
petition.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, just burn the library.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
skip it.
Anything that references the Bible.
Burn the whole library.
His petition cited a bill signed into law last month by Governor Ron DeSantis, which lets parents object
universe.
to educational materials. The bill came after some parents explained about sexually explicit books being taught in Florida schools.
Yeah, like those 28 math books that they banned or whatever.
It was like 41.
Was it 41? I'm sorry.
Because they
I went to public
critical
school.
race theory. They
I
had
don't know.
critical race theory in them.
Number.
Well, you know, the Bible talks about raping and killing.
The only number
and-
they care about is 666. We already talked about House Resolution 666, where we get to kill babies on.
in California. Hey,
Yeah.
come to California. We get to kill babies here,
That's
according
right.
to Pastor Locke.
But you got to check their birth certificate to make sure that they were born here and it's within the 28-day deadline that you have.
Right, exactly. You have 28 days.
Tricky.
You don't even have to keep the receipt. Many of those books, such as Genderqueer, a memoir, deal with LGBTQ themes and coming out stories. DeSantis celebrated the removal of Genderqueer at a news conference after signing the law. It's a cartoon-style book with graphic images of children performing sexual acts, he said last month. That is wrong. Okay, make a note, Genderqueer. I'm looking that book up,
Oh, there you go.
and we're going to see if it does have cartoons.
They're
of
probably like,
children.
there's no such thing as 1 + 1 because they're the same. It's only 1 + 2.
Genderqueer, a
There's
memoir.
my girl. Anyone has sex with my sister, it's gonna be me.
But not this guy, this gentle spirit, this man, Chaz. Hey, forever, Chaz. No, at least he's not Chad.
Yeah, we're going to have to follow this guy and see how he does with getting the Bible removed.
Humans have been critical of the legislation after passage. The state's Democratic leader, Lauren Book. Wait till they ban her. Also, is that her?
Yeah,
She's
she lamented
adorable.
Florida's joining places like Russia and China, modern day examples of what happens when free thought and free speech are tightly restricted in all levels of society.
Yeah, you're
including school.
talking about the free speech people are the ones that are banning books, man. I don't get it.
Well, you know, they
Ban this book.
they dry
Shoot.
hump. Yeah, they dry hump the Constitution when it benefits them, and then they burn it when it doesn't.
So, with Florida, the latest flashpoint in the culture wars, also flashpoint in climate change because they'll be underwater soon after the forest burned down. Stevens decided it was time to take up arms. His target, the Bible. My objection to the Bible is being everything in your public schools is based on the following 7 points offered to your learned consideration, Steve. This is the same. These guys are like, we want no critical race theory, but we want the Bible to be taught in schools as an alternative. It sounds like, oh God, like it just makes
You might as well put Harry Potter in the schools. I mean, it's
about as
about as accurate. It's
Yeah.
Stevens proceeded to question whether the Bible is age appropriate.
No, lots
pointing-
of murdering,
lots of
sex,
murdering, lots of incest,
lots of sex,
lots of
going on.
raping.
Yep, definitely.
Pointing to its casual references to murder, adultery, sexual immorality, and fornication.
Fornication.
Do we really want to teach our youth about drunken orgies?
That's right. They leave that up to Maddie Cawthorn.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your tallywhackers in your pants.
Yeah.
He also took issue with the many biblical references to rape, bestiality, cannibalism, and fanticide, which is legal here in California.
That's right.
There's my girl. Anyone has sex with my sister, it's gonna be me.
In the end, if Jimmy and
I'm not
Susie,
gay, but if I was,
oh, look, Susie.
Oh,
In the end, if Jimmy and Susie are curious about any of the above, they can do what everyone else does. Get a room at the Motel 6 and grab the Gideons. Yeah. I mean, if you don't want children to be reading that book, that's a great place to read the book because children can't get rooms at the Motel 6.
Look, I get you banning Brother Carl. Brother Carl, his scriptures were filthy. We used to read them in these voices. It was about
Brother Carl?
It's a long story, and I'll tell you whether it's appropriate for the air because it's probably not.
Okay.
So, anyway, Brother Carl was the sinner. Let's just say it was this book that we had, and we were bored. One night, me and Jason and this guy Mike, we would and Gabe, we would take turns and like sitting like we were at a church. And we'd take turns like just randomly picking a chapter out of this filthy novel. But we would read it like a Bible sermon. So it was just
Do you have a guy's last name?
improv. No, just his name was Carl, so we just called Brother Carl. He's a sinner. Look what he did. Let me tell you, he was a janitor at a high school.
And he wrote a porno?
No, this is not a real person. It's just a character.
Oh, the character was I thought you meant
A
it was written
character.
by.
I was like, where did you find this book?
Is Carl the name of the character?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't know
Brother
who the
Carl.
author is.
No, it was like 30 years ago.
I remember if I read a dirty book 30 years ago, I'd remember the author.
You haven't read enough dirty books then.
I guess I haven't. Your brain is full of them. to the exclusion of other books. The 57-year-old Deerfield Beach man says
Chaz Stevens.
says his ire was stoked after Florida lawmakers decided this month to ban
54.
We're up to 54 math books.
How many math books you need? Pretty much one seems to do it. It has math in it. I mean, I guess the only reason why you would change math books is if something got updated, but it's not like much has changed in the in the math book. But I guess the wording to make the those what do they call word questions or
Well,
word
there's
problems
this
more,
thing called
like,
Common
harder,
Core.
so- Okay,
And a lot of
sounds right.
conservatives don't like it, and I'm not sure why.
Sounds socialist to me.
When Forrest was in middle school, that was when Common Core came into effect, and a lot of the teachers didn't like it, and they didn't like it because it was hard to teach, I guess,
Okay,
and it didn't make sense. But
tally.
I love the algebras, says Stevens, who studied applied mathematics in college, and those Tallahassee tallywhacker loons just banned a
Tally
bunch of
loons.
arithmetic books.
Yeah, right. Like you're banning arithmetic. Yeah. Oh my God. 1 + 1 equals.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my boy here pull your head off.
Stevens sent the petitions as a way to point out the hypocrisy. He said, if you want to teach morality and ethics, do you really want to turn to a book that wants you to dash babies against rocks? Hey, you're in California. You can do it any way you want.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry.
Stevens, who doesn't have any children attending Florida
I was going to say, he told NPR, pointing to Psalm 137:9.
Yeah, you can
You know
look
what that is?
up.
That's 146. It adds up to 146.
Oh no.
Yeah. that-
46
I did math.
46 chromosomes, 23 pairs.
I'm going to read some more stuff into that.
Yeah. Stevens, who doesn't have any children attending Florida public schools, says he hasn't heard back from any of the school districts yet, but his group is tracking when the emailed petitions are opened. As of late Monday, the Pasco County School District had shared the email internally 35 times, he said, and Duval County reached out to the state capitol for guidance.
I love this. This guy's, if anything, he's persistent Florida man. My activism in the past has been wildly successful, Stevens said, because it sounds like the guy has a serious sense of humor
Yeah.
about it. Also educated, probably not by the Florida school system, I imagine. Stevens said he was particularly interested in drawing attention to the hypocrisy. Oh, did we already read that? Sorry.
No.
Oh. So, yeah, this guy in 2015, he petitioned 11 South Florida municipalities to either drop the prayer that opens their city commission meetings or let him lead the prayer in the name of Satan.
The satanic stare withered them down, Stevens told the Sun Sentinel. Oh, this guy's a gem.
Yes, I like it. We should check out his exploits.
Absolutely.
Chaz Stevens,
I mean,
exploits.
I got to write his name down in addition to.
No,
the
how are you
gender
going to
queer.
forget Chaz Stevens, Florida man? So we don't really have a sponsor for this segment, but anti-Florida man. Normally we beat up Pastor Locke, but we had too much fun doing it yesterday. It's kind of hard to top.
And Pastor Locke takes some work sometimes when he doesn't do his neat little clipped things,
yeah, it's hard to.
like we don't do either.
There's to dig through like 2 hours. of
Yeah,
bullshit.
his sermons are freaking ridiculous. So
I think I just put it on like ×2 speed. Just
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
wait for him to start dancing and jiggling.
yeah, that's pretty much what I do. But we do God's work up in here, which is Pastor Locke.
Check us out, nothingyetgroup@gmail.com. I am the Jay Dial.
I am your Miss Parker.
And this
Is Nothing Yet Live.